What's going on with the shelter? We know it contains a dark world, and the night brought Undyne here at the end of chapter 3. When Chris inspects it at the end of the chapter, it says, there were 3 entry fields, and 3 symbols besides them. One had a pine tree beside it. One had an officer's badge beside it. And one had the Delta rune. We can assume that because there are 3 entry fields that there are 3 codes. This means that we might have to find all 3 before we can enter the shelter. The pine tree code is inside of Death's guitar, and it starts with 1 2 2 and likely ends in 5. We can talk to Napstablook and find out that Undyne also guards one of these codes, the one represented by the police badge. That just leaves the Delta rune. I don't know for certain, but this one may be guarded by Alvin, as he seems to have some knowledge of the shelter. The song that plays when you are near it is the garbage noise sound slowed down by 666%. Because of this association with Gaster and the number 6, I think it is likely we will enter the shelter in chapter 6. Also, the time between chapter 3 and 4 is something I don't see discussed very much among the fanbase. At the end of chapter 3 we see the shelter door crack open for Chris. This implies that either someone opened it from the inside, or that Chris already knows all 3 codes. Since Chris stopped us from looking inside the guitar in chapter 4, we can assume that Chris knows how to get into the shelter, but he wants to keep us from getting there. We also see that on the sword route, Chris tries to resist when we walk towards the game's version of the shelter. They really don't want us getting in there, however. There is a good chance that Chris went inside at the end of chapter 3, or else they wouldn't have opened the door. This further supports that Chris is working with the Knight, but we'll have to wait and find out. Thank you for watching.